2022 Honda CRF 250R. I've had the bike a little over a month now, so I thought it'd be fun to do just a quick summary to see my thoughts after owning it for a month. Is the honeymoon over? What do I think? Well, I've been riding this afternoon at my buddy's farm, and first off, I think Honda got the fundamentals right. Number one, 250Fs are all about the engine. This engine has wonderful low to mid and super lively mid and pulls well into the top. Way more low to mid than it had before. It's still not a mini 450 like YZ250F low to mid, but it's enough, and it's just so much more playful and fun from the mid on up. And the second big thing about the engine is the total lack of engine braking. It's just so free-feeling. I run Map 3, and it just floats into the corners. It just has a very free feel. Second part of it is the handling. Honda just got it right. This new chassis, cornering, agility, lightweight feel. The bike is light, and it feels even lighter in motion. This super fun engine, low engine braking with the chassis that has got such good cornering really just comes together and makes the bike so playful. And then the third thing is the ergonomics, the relationship, the seat, the pegs, the bars. I haven't touched a thing on it. It just feels so good. The narrowness of the chassis, the relationship, the levers, the bars, just the way you grip the bike. Honda just they just nailed it with this bike. The Pirelli tires far exceeded my expectations. I probably got 5 or 6 hours, maybe 7 on them, and they actually still have quite a bit of edge left, more than I thought. The front tires is pretty grippy, so I like the tires. Front brake is stoppy worthy, so it's fantastic. What are the things that are maybe not quite so good now that I've had it over a month? First off, the forks are firm. The suspension setting in general is firm, so I started by moving 10 cc's of oil out of the fork. And that was a little change in the right direction, but then I just said the heck with it and took another 15 cc out. I got 25 cc's out, and it's better, but now it's probably a little bit too much, so it's not quite as bottoming resistant as it was before, but it's got a little bit more comfort. It's got 4/8 Ford Springs in. My buddy Dave has one of these bikes. He just took the stock valve and just put 4 6s in it, reduced the oil from 380 to 360, and reduced preload from 6 to 4 millimeters, and that definitely helped the fork feel on it. The rear shock, to me, feels fine and works well, so that's really the only thing. If I could get a little more compliance, too, out of the chassis. So what I did today to try, I did the Kiefer stuff where I reduced the axle torque, the swing arm pivot torque, and then I reduced the torque on the engine plates to the frame. And that definitely helped. I was surprised how much that helped, but I still want a little more comfort. For prep motocross tracks, the bike is absolutely fine, but I ride a lot of just old school non-prep trails and GP tracks and stuff like that. So I like to have a little more comfort out of the chassis. So, but you know, 1 month in, those fundamentals are still making me come back and want to keep riding this bike. The almost total lack of engine braking is just so cool. It's just playful. Now maybe when Yosh comes out with their pipe, I'll have to try one of those. That might be fun. But I just love the feel of the bike. It just feels so playful and light. Standing up through the quarters, you can just weight it through your feet. It feels really, really good, and that kind of got that mid-range is just really nice on the thing. And I know 250Fs are supposed to rev, but it's nice to be able to just kind of especially for vet guys like me, to be able to just roll the throttle and come out of those corners. And of course, I like to take him woods riding. And this is where I'd like a little more compliance in the chassis. But my buddy's going to get an RX here in next week or two, so I should be able to try that out and see. '22 CRF 250R. So, handling, fantastic engine, low engine braking, suspension's firm, chassis a little bit firm, but the fundamentals are there. They really did a good job. It's a super fun bike to ride. I think it sets the bar for fun to ride. I've never had a 4-stroke that kind of reminded me of a 125 2-stroke. This is as close as it gets, but anyhow, 2 thumbs up after a month.